Buonasera and bentornato to another episode of This is Calcio, the home of probably the most exciting league in the world, the Serie A, where we're 7 games away from the end of the season, but yet the top 4 are separated by only 8 points. The match of the week last week is of course the Derby d'Italia. And out of form, Inter Milan travelled to Turin to face a Juventus side that has not lost in 16 Serie A matches. It was the Bianconeri who had most of the ball and the chances as they kept the Nerazzurri largely in their own half. A cross from Juan Cuadrado caused chaos as Handanovic could only punch the ball straight up into the air. The ball came crashing into the pitch and bounced off the crossbar with Chiellini inches away from the ball. The rare times Inter got into Juve's penalty area was the time they got a penalty, Alvaro Morata stamping on Denzel Dumfries' foot. Hakan Çalhanoğlu stepped up to the spot but was saved by Szczesny with the rebound somehow bouncing off a Juve player and into goal. However, the referee had already blown the whistle for a free kick for Juventus. However, VAR checks confirmed that the penalty had to be retaken, in which Çalhanoğlu happily dispatched into the corner of the goal. Denis Zakaria almost leveled the score in the second half, but Handanovic managed to tip it into the post with 15 minutes to go. Juventus had a feeble claim for penalty deep in stoppage time, but VAR determined that it was just that. And then we head over to the Juve Stadium where a free-falling Atalanta will be facing Napoli. Juan Musso tripped Dries Mertens early in the first half and Lorenzo Insigne happily stepped up for the penalty and scored. Napoli extended their lead with a cleverly worked free kick with Insigne assisting Matteo Politano for the second goal. It was game on just before the hour mark when Martin de Roon from Atalanta heads the ball home to reduce the deficit to 1 goal. But it was all for nothing as Elif Elmas popped up 9 minutes from time to score Napoli's 3rd goal of the match. And then we head over to Tuscany where the Derby dell'Arno happened in Florence. Fiorentina had a scare in the 39th minute when miscommunication between Pietro Terracciano and Cristiano Biraghi allowed Federico Di Francesco to put the ball into the net. However, VAR intervened, disallowing the goal after seeing that Terracciano was fouled just before the goal. Sebastiano Luperto was sent off just before the hour mark after getting booked for the second time, this time with a foul on Nicolas Gonzalez. The resulting free kick saw Cristiano Biraghi put in the free kick onto Nicolas Gonzalez's head for him to score the opening goal of the match. Right at the end, Ricardo Sottil could have scored a second goal for Fiorentina, but good goalkeeping by Vicario prevented that. Match ended 1-0 in favour of Fiorentina. Here are the rest of the scores in round 31 of the Serie A. Spezia defeated Venezia 1-0 while Lazio beat Sassuolo 2-1. Andrea Belotti's 18th minute penalty was enough to give Torino the win over Salernitana, while Udinese thumped Cagliari 5-1 with Beto scoring a hat-trick. Sampdoria fell to Roma by 1-0, and Genoa finally succumbed to a defeat. League leaders Milan were held to a 0-0 draw against Bologna. Let's look at the table after 31 rounds of matches. Milan are still on top with 67 points. And Napoli are just 1 point behind them. Inter has fought back and now are up to 4 points behind Milan with a goal in hand. Juventus are still 4th with 59 points, but Roma is only 5 points behind them in 5th. Atalanta dropped to 7th after their loss to Napoli. and are now just 1 point in front of Fiorentina, who are in 8th position. Down at the bottom, we see the usual suspects with Cagliari just outside of the relegation zone. Venezia in 18th position, sharing the same points as Genoa, who are in 19th. But Venezia have a game in hand. Salernitana are dead last with 16 points, but they have 2 games in hand. But looking at their form, I'm pretty sure they will not be able to get the points that they need for survival. A week ago, the league has officially announced that the postponed games earlier in the year will be played, and these are the schedules. Udinese will meet Salernitana on the 20th of April, and then Udinese will have to travel to Florence to face Fiorentina on the 27th of April. Salernitana will welcome Venezia also on the same day, and Bologna will meet Inter as well. The Atalanta and Torino match will happen on the 11th of May, but it may be postponed again depending on Atalanta's progress in the Europa League. Let's take a look at round 32 of the Serie A season. Napoli will welcome Fiorentina to the Stadio Diego Maradona on Sunday. Napoli is of course still searching for the Scudetto, while Fiorentina will be in a mood to qualify for Europe this season. However, Fiorentina will be without their heart man Lucas Torreira, as he is suspended after accumulating yellow cards, the latest card collected in the match against Empoli. Sassuolo will entertain Atalanta, who are in free fall at the moment. Atalanta will need a win to turn their season around or risk not qualifying for Europe at all. Sassuolo's loss against Lazio last weekend saw them drop to 10th on the table. If there is any team that you like to face to bounce back from a defeat, it is Atalanta at this moment. Let's take a look at the rest of the matches of round 32. Spezia will travel to Tuscany to face Empoli on Saturday night, while Inter entertains Hellas Verona on Sunday midnight. Walter Mazzarri will have a big task in his hand with Juventus come visiting at 2:45 AM on Sunday. Can Alexander Blessin get any points in this match against Lazio on Sunday evening? And on Sunday night, we have Udinese up against Venezia. On Monday morning, Roma up against Salernitana, while Milan travels to Turin to face Andrea Belotti's Torino. And the last match of the round will see Bologna up against Sampdoria. 8 games to go. It's getting more and more exciting by the week. Who will be the champions of the Serie A? Who will be the champions of Italy? Stay tuned to find out. That's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching. Ciao.